Okay, it's done, I think.
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. So from 48 just now, right now we have 56. So let me just welcome everyone again. Thank you for joining us this evening. And I just want to start maybe with a little personal introduction of myself before I begin. So basically, in my life, I work as an executive coach in the last 20 years or so. Basically doing team coaching, leadership, transformation. Yeah, and I chanced upon this LifeWave product, and it's something that I'm passionate about. And okay, and to put it very honestly and directly, I'm also like over 50. So I'm going to that age and that stage whereby less and less stem cells are regenerating itself. So that gives me further passion into, sharing what I'm sharing today. Yeah, and so thank you for joining us. There will be not just me, a few brand partners like me who have been using this and who will be sharing with you some of their personal experiences or also their knowledge with regards to stem cells or to for the product X39. And I do hope that every one of us will bring something away from this evening that can serve us personally as well as the people whom are important to you. So ready for me to share some slides? Okay, can people see my slides?
Not really. I can't see.
Oh, hold on. You can't see. Let me just share my screen again. Okay, now can you see?
Yes, I can see now.
Very nice. All right, I just really want to start with this, and I want to make sure that we are not rushing through it, is that LifeWave products are lifestyle products and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. Always consult with a physician or other qualified healthcare provider before embarking on a new treatment, product use, diet, or fitness program. All content is created and published online for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice and should not be relied on as health or personal advice. Success stories are anecdotal and based on personal accounts, viewpoint, and opinion rather than research facts. One person's results do not reflect what other people may experience. As I go on in this sharing, it may become more apparent, right, that every one of us, our bodies are different. So we wouldn't be saying that the impact and the experience is the same for everyone. So basically, all of us are responsible for our own health. Yeah? Let me see. All right. So why LifeWave? So share a little bit about, when I chanced upon this organization. So firstly, I want to say that I'm actually quite a big fan of direct sales products. I've been using many different brands of direct sales products, throughout, the last how many years of my life. So I would say that many of the direct sales products that I come across is very good. The reason why, for me to actually represent this and to talk about it publicly right now on this, it has got to have some impact on me, right? So for me, I take a look at a few things. The products, definitely, the safety, the ease of use, easy to share, affordability, as well as the impact and the results on myself. And the other thing I definitely take a look at is the company, right? So why LifeWave as the company? So it's not a new company. It's founded in 2004. LifeWave headquarters is Santiago, an advanced technology company that specializes in patented wearable technology, right? And let's take a look at what's its goal, yeah? Is to tap into the power of natural energy and to rebalance, right, for body system to function properly and start the healing process from within. And what I really like is without the use of medications, injections, as well as surgeries. So let's take a look. Who is this person? Who is this handsome man? Yeah, David Smith. He's actually the CEO, the founder, as well as the inventor, right? So what's good about having these three roles being blended together is definitely the amount of commitment and the drive into this organization, yeah? So who is David Smeech? He's actually a scientist, right? Graduated Doctor of Science and Technology, 1999 honorary doctorate recipient, International Hall of Fame of Inventors, and also involved in US military's project. So he said this on stage. If we were to go back 20 years, the subject of age reversal was thought to be science fiction. And just like, if we go back, I don't know, maybe about 50 years ago, the idea of like a smartphone, right? Similar to this. And so with his inventions, he has already gotten 130 plus patents for what he has invented. So the R&D started since 2002. So originally invented for US Navy SEALs, right? So it's actually for military purpose and use. And also this organization is funded by Irish government. For me, it's quite interesting. I mean, for me, it's the first time knowing that a direct sales company is being funded by a government, right? And they also have their own in-house manufacturing. So that's a little bit about the company. So we do have, I would say, sessions that tell you a lot more detail. And I would share a little bit by the end of this sharing where you can find out even more if you would like to. So next, I want to kind of jump on into the product. So I'll take a little bit of time on this page because it's very amazing when I first get to know and to learn and to share about this. So they started their research already 2002 and 2004. They started with like the energy enhancer. Like I mentioned just now, the purpose is for military use. David Smeech also invents like the submarine, and the submarine can stay underwater for very long hours, but the human beings cannot. So it's very much relying on caffeine, right? So energy enhancer is actually invented to kind of replace the caffeine. So upon patching on energy enhancer, it actually increases your energy within 5 minutes. Okay, and so what happens is that actually somebody, a swim coach, Richard Quick, actually started experimenting that to his Olympic swimmers, and actually 6 out of 8 of them actually broke their records. So if you read actually further into it, there is also a letter from the anti-doping to say that there is nothing, right, in the patch that the athletes cannot use. So it's actually very safe. And it's not against, nothing medicinal, steroids and all. Yeah. And then and what's interesting for me is this, as I look through the 2005, 2006, all the way, you notice that there are different products being invented, but they are not invented just because, okay, we're just coming up with a new product. Basically, it goes to solve current as well as foreseeable or future problems. So for me, this CEO, founder, and inventor is very forward-looking, taking a look at what is happening now, and from what's happening now, what could happen in the future that I could already invent to help, the human race. So you see, 2005, right? There is the manufacturing boom. So what happens is heavy metals, industry and all of that. So we have got the glutathione. Before that, in terms of the military, he also invented like the ice wave for pain relief, as well as silent night, for them to have better sleep at night. Yeah. And as 2007, because of like the rise of fast food and all that, so invented SP6, actually more for hormonal balancing as well. So 2008, there is the financial crisis, right? And then you notice that, there is the invention of the carnosine, actually regulates our autonomous nervous system. Yeah, in 10 minutes upon patching it. In fact, I've got one here, right here today on carnosine. Yeah, and also 2015, right? There's a report that says that there is chemicals in cosmetics or like found in cord blood as well, chemicals found in cord blood, the baby. So what happens is like invented or have Alavida, patch as well as the skincare system. And of course, the breakthrough product, 2019, reverse aging error. Yeah, so X39, X49, as well as the Dream and Shine is being invented. So far, everyone okay? Am I going too fast, too slow? Is it okay? Can someone just reflect to me?
Yes, it's fine.
I'm good.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so now we go on to, okay, so what is aging, right? So aging is equals to degeneration, right? Which might go to like the, disability, aches, pain, compromise immunity, right? So we get sick and all that, easier, slower recovery, or it could also be dementia or any other chronic diseases, right? So stem cells also age. Stem cells also dies. So why our cells need more stem cells right now more than ever? Okay, because what happens, like we said, at birth, we have got 100%, right? So age 65, already 90% and lower. So no wonder, as we age, we feel more tired. So I like to take a look at this picture. It's very interesting. You see the stars as in there. So as you know, like I said, I am moving towards, this particular human being over here. So which is why I am very passionate and excited about finding out more about this product. So let's talk about stem cells. Okay, the little that I know about stem cells, and which I also learn a lot more as I'm more involved in LifeWave, is that stem cells is pretty amazing, right? It can actually turn into differentiated cells to the different parts whereby we need them. So intestinal cells, liver cells. For the Chinese, if you play like the mahjong, it's like the fei, right? Or the poker cards is like the joker card, right? Whereby it can turn into anyone that you would like it to be. So it's very powerful. And let's take a look at the source of stem cells that's available right now. So for now, as far as we know, right, it's that firstly, it has got to be like in a way injected that you see up there, right? Secondly, the other source actually comes from animals, but we don't know how it's going to interact with our body, right? So we believe and see that what is the best source of stem cells for us is actually our own stem cells. So what's the future medical technology? Like we said, the answer is stem cells, right? When tissue or organs are damaged, stem cells were to divide and develop into other types of cells that you see just now so that they could repair themselves. This process could reverse or prevent damage, could be done with stem cell therapy. So introducing, right, X39. So this is really the breakthrough and the star product of LifeWave right now, the stem cell activation patch. So it's more than 130 patents, over 80 clinical studies, 20 years of development. Yeah, and also is FDA class 1 medical device that I know in Japan as well as Malaysia. So copper. So what happens is that X39 elevates copper peptide. So I don't know how many of you know copper peptide. I don't know it very well. I only first heard from here. And then copper peptide activates stem cells. So for me, my curiosity is what is copper peptide? Right, so copper peptide resets our genes to a younger, healthier state. So this is found in the National Library of Medicine. Right? So it has also found to process cell protective actions, such as anti-cancer activities and anti-inflammatory actions, DNA repair, as well as activation of cell cleansing. Whoa. So GHK, copper peptide, repairs our genes. And what happens is that there is rapid wound healing. It also convert the older, life cells to a younger state. They said this like tuning a piano, our genes also need some kind of maintenance, right? Collagen repair, collagen for collagen destruction, and resets genes overall to a younger state. So we look younger, feel younger. Clinically proven, that's activation of stem cells. So in fact, if you are interested, there are patents whereby there is a lot more details that you can actually go online in the science portion to read and to find out more. So for me, as someone who wants to use the product, firstly, what excites me is I don't have to consume it, right? Because so non-drug, non-transdermal simply means that it's not like the, medicated kind of patch whereby something gets into the body. So non-transdermal means that nothing gets into the body, right? It's non-invasive. So David Smith says this, LifeWave is unique because it's the only phototherapy product in the world that uses the human body as its own power source. So really, what does that mean? So these patches reflect very specific wavelengths of light that stimulate the surface of our skin, right? And the body heat will activate the crystals inside the patch. The patch reflects the light, stimulate the skin to reduce the inflammation, immediately. So he found a way of manufacturing nanoscale crystals and embedding them into a patch. So you notice we have very different patches, but they all look this way because of how the nanoscale crystals are being organized. All right, so it's time, to actually, let me just stop share a little bit, right? And to actually listen to our testimonial. So I've invited some, interesting friends here this evening. Maybe let me just start with Elaine, right? Can I just bring Elaine? Elaine, can you just unmute yourself?
Hi, yes, happy
Hi,
to
okay.
share.
Yeah. So by the way, I only knew Elaine last week in our mega event. It's the first time I met her. And I just remember that as she was walking down the aisle, I was looking at her and I'm like, wow, what a beautiful woman. Also telling her today, wow, so classy. Then I actually didn't know that she's actually one of my brand partner's friends, right? So I'm just inviting her to share, that Elaine, how long have you been using LifeWave? And why are you attracted and in this?
So I have been using LifeWave for over 5 months now. And obviously, everyone have a stories. I can do a quick one. LifeWave is something that I have been looking for because it's related to health, wellness, and beauty. And this is something very close to my heart. But how I started, I think I will start with a story when my sponsor, Trisha, when I saw her, I thought she has gone through some aesthetic or cosmetic surgery on her face. So at that moment, all I was thinking is, Trisha, I want to look young and as radiant as she does. So I said, I would like to copy whatever patches that she's using. So that's how I started, how I learned about LifeWave.
Okay, before that, right, Elaine, I'm just curious, when you say that you thought she went through some cosmetic surgery, so what was your assessment of how she looked like before and after? What's the main change?
So the main change is her face used to look a bit very dull. If I could use this to explain, she looks much older compared to now, and now she looks like 10 years younger.
Wow.
So that is very close. I want to look 10 years younger too. So without her talking, and I said the first sentence I said to Trisha, I said, Trisha, how can you not share with me? You have such a amazing products that make you look so good. I want to look as good as you. So that's how I learned about LifeWave without realizing other benefits. So that's how I started my LifeWave journey.
Okay.
Then, of course, if I can continue, I would say it has been a life-changing experience journey for me, although it's only 5 months. So, and the next point after the beauty and to look young, actually I had also suffered from serious side effect from my 4th COVID vaccination. So the side effects were frozen shoulder, fingers and hands numbness, fatigue, insomnia, and I had to go on sleeping pills. The worst was 3 days, 3 nights, I couldn't close my eyes.
Wow.
So, and then before that, on top of that, I had my constipation and I also experienced menopause at the same time. And at least I'm not far from you in terms of age. And what's more, I had this medical condition, ptosis, which means droopy eyelids. It's a medical condition that I have already made an appointment to go through a surgery. So, but because of what I have experienced in the first 3 months, when I start to realize, I didn't even know, what happened to my body. I just realized one day so let me start with the first experience that I encountered. It was the insomnia. After 3 nights, I couldn't sleep. I was on sleeping pill, and then I stopped using. I knew I cannot go on with sleeping pill. I was able to sleep on the second night. So that was a very good news for me. I was so happy with it. So I continued to use. But until the 2.5, almost 3 months, I didn't even realize my frozen shoulder is almost 80 to 90% cured.
Wow.
And I was able, so how bad it was my frozen shoulder, if I could explain further, I couldn't even lift a cup, to that stage. I went to TCM, all the Chinese physician. I went to Western doctor. They refer me to each other. And the TCM physician wasn't able there to put the needle on me because it was swollen as well. And then also had blood clots.
Wow.
So it was quite serious. I was thinking, wow, am I going to die? And with the fingers and hands numbness, from the beginning, it started from fingers and all the way move up to my hands, to my arm. So, and then I start to realize, oh, I don't wake up in pain anymore, and I don't wake up in my hands numbness anymore. So that's when I feel so happy. I start to share with people.
Okay. So Elaine, just to interrupt you a little bit over there, I'm just curious, right? How long did you have your frozen shoulder?
It has been like at least 10 months to 11 months.
Oh, 10 to 11 months on frozen
Yes.
shoulder. So what I'm hearing is 10 to 11 months, and you have already consulted a Western physician. You also go for TCM, right?
Yes.
And then,
Massage and cupping. I've done everything.
all right, cool. And so how long did you use in terms of the LifeWave for you to notice that change? Just now you mentioned like 2.5, was it?
Yeah, 2.5 to the 3 months.
2.5 to
So
3 months. What
yeah,
patches did you use to actually for your frozen shoulder?
it's only X39 and Aeon.
It's only X39. Yeah,
And
amazing.
of course, I'm also using Alavida Trio. That's for beauty, right?
Yeah.
And plus one more, glutathione.
Glutathione. Oh,
That
very
also,
cool.
yes.
Oh, you might
So
be very happy to know, like what you're saying just now, you might be very happy to know that we do going to have like an Alavida eye cream that has copper peptide that will be coming out pretty soon. Hopefully,
yes,
to help with your condition.
yes, I can't wait to see that and to use it on me. And I have been receiving so much compliments from my ex-colleagues who haven't met me for a year, friends who haven't met me for a few months. So what I've said to Trisha, and people said it to me as well. Elaine, what have you done to yourself?
Wow. Wow. That
And then
is nice.
without me saying anything, so people just start to ask me. And they said, oh, and then some even start, what are you using? So when I show them the patches without me speaking, they say, Elaine, I want to use as well.
Okay.
So this is how I started to get to know more about LifeWave, and I start to attend the talk, in Woods Square, and then get more involved. And of course, I personally, this is also something I've been looking for, and I'm totally aligned with the vision, mission, and core values. So why is it? Because I've been always working in the corporate world. So I am always looking for something that is sustainable as well.
Wow.
The reverse aging really attracts me. And of course, all this is through my experience. I am now so much energetic. I feel I have come alive,
Wow, I can
And,
absolutely feel that.
and
Congratulations.
people can feel my energy level, it's like 360 degree turn. Everybody, all my friends can feel it
Nice.
compared to before. Yeah, so that's why. And about droopy eyelids, my eyelids was almost, my eyes were half closing actually. Now, if you can see, my eyes is lifted a little bit. So I wanted to give it more time to see if this really helps me in a longer term. Then I don't have to go through the surgery.
Very cool. So, continue to use, and then I look forward, in my next sharing to come to actually have you share on the effects of this. Your
Yes.
eye, right? And
Yes.
I just want to close off with this. You better introduce a lot more people. Because if not, you end up like Tricia, right? How can you not share this with me?
Yes. Yeah. Even guys, even guys, they start to use, I had 2 guys. When you look at them, they never look like someone who's vain.
Yeah.
But after I share my story, they immediately took it from me.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that part. Sometimes
Yes.
we don't know, right? We don't know.
Yes.
We see people, we find that, okay, they all look all right and all that, but upon sharing and upon
Right.
speaking, then we realize that, hey, we actually do have something that can help the person improve the quality of life.
That's correct.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much for your sharing, Elaine.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for sharing your
Alice.
energy. Yeah. So yeah, next, right, next is a very good friend that of course I met, yeah, Gary from Hong Kong.
Met
Yeah,
from Hong Kong.
from Hong Kong, right?
Yeah, but we all together come from Singapore, but we only meet in the Hong Kong
Yeah,
trip,
we
right?
actually meet our Hong Kong. So our
Right.
缘分, started in Hong Kong, right? From Hong Kong.
Yes.
So yeah, and so with Gary, I invited him to today as well. Partly if you all have gone for the mega, I was actually very impressed with what he has shared. So I thought that, today on a Zoom session for people who could not join us on a mega, and by the way, so you can hear about his testimonial, but for people who join us on the mega who has been asking for his photos, you make sure you take a screenshot later. Okay, now is your opportunity to get ready. So can I hand over to Gary to also kind of share with us, right? What attracted to you to this, and how long have you been using, and what improvements have you been seeing in yourself?
Okay, you can hear me, right? At
Yes,
least.
well
Okay,
and
good. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so let me share a little bit on how I get into contact or get to know about LifeWave lah. So last year May time, okay, just when I started to decide to drop off my previous network marketing, also a stem cell product. Okay, so in fact I was really a little bit empty in my mind. Okay, so what can I do next? Okay, because as I know that network marketing or MLM is rather a good platform. Okay, to first of all, like what we know that now we share life with product, which is really good. Okay, to help people on their health improvement, right? Okay, so while I was still puzzling on what can be done or what is next for me, then I don't know why, out of sudden, around I think around maybe in the mid of May, my cousin, which is my sponsor, my 表姐 lah, from Penang, okay, so she called me. Suddenly she said, call me and hey, she called me in Chinese name, Wei Xian, hey, you heard about this American product? It's a sticker, okay? She also just get in this, but she already see some results after using the patches, okay, on her own testimonial, okay, improvement. You know about this stem cell or not? This one got stem cell. So actually nothing will attract me, but only the stem cell word because I'm looking at stem cell. I know what is stem cell okay. So okay, I said fine. Then I say I will try to how can I know more about it? Okay. So later, then after that, she said that Shifali will be coming to Singapore. Okay, Shifali is her upline, also my upline now. And then I came to Singapore. Then I met her, and then I tend to understand that actually only is the X39, okay, that can activate our stem cell bio elevating the copper peptide, okay. Then I think I got one sleeve from I bought one sleeve from Shifali. I started to patch but after about a few days later, then I went to this Wood Square. This is my first time I went there. I attended. I get to know more about the product information. And this is when the first time I met Guan Chun. Okay, I think all of us we know who is Guan Chun, except for maybe new friends. So Guan Chun, at that time, okay, maybe some reasons why I want I want to know more about stem cell product is that because I also have some health issues which I want to see improvement. So when the time I met Guan Chun, the immediate problem I told him is that I sprained my ankle, my left ankle, the ligament, because that was last May. I think about 18 or 19 May, I met him. And then that was only a few days after I started using X39. But then I told him that actually I sprained my ligament after playing badminton in January, so many months already. And it cannot fully recover at all. Okay, cannot fully recover at all. And on off, I can feel a pulling, you know, the shooting pain or pulling pain, whatever. Okay, so it's not 100% recovered. Then Guan Chun said, okay, you try this Aeon. Okay, you try this Aeon. They gave me one piece. Immediately I patch on. He said you patch on the pain spot exactly. So the moment I patch on it and drink water, less than 30 minutes, I tell you, my pain was gone 90%. Okay, really 90%. Okay, and this is the first time I experienced the effect, you know, of LifeWave product, especially on the Aeon. Okay. And that is how I started. And then, of course, another reason why I start is because of my hair. Okay, it's because of my hair. So I have been spending, okay, I also, maybe our age is the same. I already passed half century. Okay, so while I was working in China more than 10 years ago, I have spent some enough money, enough time on my hair. Okay, but there's not much improvement. So to be very frank, I already lost hope. Okay, in fact, I don't give a damn. Okay, whether how it is going to improve. But since I know that I heard about X49 also, okay, or even X39 can help to improve the hair growth. Okay, so I say I don't mind try, but I don't really put any hope on that. Okay, so cut the story short. Okay, cut the story short. On the I started patching. Of course, I started to patch X39, and then allow me to share the only slide which I have tonight. Okay.
Good.
Right. Screen and share. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
You can see, right? Okay.
Yes.
On while using, as I say, I started maybe around 20th for the May on X39 alone. Okay. Then on the 4th of June, okay, I haven't started using X49 yet. Then I took a photo on my hair, top view through my wife, okay. And then this is what I got the first picture. And then I think around.
Wait a while, Gary. Can I just go to your screen and go to the full screen so that we can focus on your
It's
hair?
not a full screen. Hold on a while. How about
Yes,
now?
excellent. Thank you.
Okay. So everybody look at the top left one. Okay, this is my first picture taken on the 4th of June, right? So then okay, take nothing this is what. So I think I start to add on X49 around 10 or 15 of June, and then just continue using. And then on the 8th of August, I took the second picture. Okay. And then when there is a comparison, then I really realized that how bad was my condition for the first picture. Okay. And then of course, then because I was doing some sharing also during that time, and then 20th of September, I took the third picture. And this is how the hair look on the third one. And lately, because of my last presentation on last week, I took the fourth one, which is the latest one, January the 14th. Okay. So to be very frank, I don't think it will go back to when my early 20th 20 times years old time. Okay. I think that's quite impossible.
That one, I think, Gary, that one you wait for X59.
Yes, or 99 maybe when I reach 99 years old. Okay. But okay, I think with this kind of results or improvement, I think I'm much more contented okay. What can I ask more from, right? Okay. And okay, this is my hair. So part of that I want to share more, as I just now I said that I have some let me close this screen first. So my hair sharing is on, is
Make sure
done.
you all take a picture already, screenshot,
Okay, I close already, how it stop share.
All
Okay,
right.
so you can see me. Okay, so next one is while patching on that, you know that my wrist, my wrist, I think when I beside the hair, so around July, okay, I start patching on May. Around July, I still can feel that while every time I make my hand movement, okay, I can feel then I tell myself, my wrist pain is still there. So shit, it's already more than 20 years. But I don't know how I got injured. Every time I got this movement, the moment I want to to stand up, from while I'm sitting, I want to press on the table so I can feel the pain. Okay. So I say, maybe it's forever already. But somehow in August or early September, I tend to realize that the pain is gone. Okay. My wrist pain is gone,
So
seriously.
how many months was that, Gary?
I think between 2 to 3 months.
Okay, between 2 to 3
Okay.
months.
Because what I also can feel that I as I said just now, okay, I think maybe it will be there forever already. But really out of sudden the pain is gone, even until now. Okay, I can move freely. Okay, right. And then the other thing is on my knee also. Okay, I do as maybe close to 50 already. On off I have knee pain already that's because I tend to do brisk walking or maybe jogging. So I tend to reduce my jogging already. So more on brisk walking. Okay. But the knee pain is quite often, right? The frequency is getting higher and higher, right? So while using that, I still can remember maybe for first or second month, when we sleep, we tend to shift our our body. But
Yes.
in the past, while we shift our body, we really don't feel any pain in the knee. But only a slight movement, the knee pain, that kind of pain is very pain and not ever experienced before. Okay. So so it lasts for a few days and then gone. Okay. And then maybe 2 weeks, like 1 or 2 weeks later, it came back again. So it's for 2 or 3 times like that, but now it's totally gone already.
Wow.
That's my knee pain. Yeah, it's totally gone already. Okay. It's totally gone. Right. So so probably I'm using X39, X49 and Eon now, right? Okay. And then the other thing I want to share today, I will sharing YH product. So just now was Eon. Then of course now it's on my sore throat. Okay. In the past, whenever I have sore throat, okay, then I know that the next day the pain will be coming, and then on the third day the pain level will be even painful. So I need to see a doctor, antibiotic, all these. But in fact, from the day I patch LifeWave product until now, I've never seen a doctor for my throat. For my throat. Yeah. So the moment I have a pain, I know that it's sore throat, I patch on glutathione. Okay. Okay, on this CV22 glutathione, and then next day the pain is still there, but the pain level is the same as day one. Okay, you never shoot up, and then the third day as well, and then the fourth day everything is good already. Okay, and for many rounds already. So this is glutathione, right? And
all
then
right. So Gary, for the purpose, because we have got another speaker, right? Maybe you want to complete on your last one?
Yes, that's carnosine. Okay, carnosine, last one. Okay, whenever for me any running nose, because the moment I sneeze, non-stop. The moment I patch on it, drink water, it will stop immediately. This is on is in the center of the nose, carnosine. Right. That's for me. So no, not 100% for the rest of the people. Okay.
That is only on Gary's nose, not all nose.
Yes, correct. But I think some, it will help more or less. It will help right? Okay, amazing, very amazing, right?
Thank you so much, Gary. No, I really want to acknowledge you. Firstly, when I called you, it's really to share on your hair, and I just want to thank you for your preparation. And sharing on a lot of your other improvements as well. For the people who are online with us, 50 years and below, y'all don't be scared, okay? Because you're here like, whoa, like 50 years of the knee, the hand, the this and the that, right? So
Alice,
yes.
I'm going to interrupt you because I think we have a question on the chat.
somebody's asking Gary, when he used what was the patches that he used for his hair and how he used it. I think it's someone by the name of Grace. So can
Okay,
you just touch on it?
this? Can you see
Mhm.
this?
X49?
Nine.
Ah, okay, X49.
X49,
And where did
right.
you patch it?
Patch it belly button, yeah. Mm.
And how often do you, what they wanted to know was it only X49 that you patched,
No,
or do you
together,
use it?
right, X39 is every day. Then X49, either every day or alternate day. But X39 is confirmed every day. And
Confirmed.
Eon, right.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right, thank you so much for that. And
Thank you.
Sheila, thank you for looking out for me.
thank you.
Okay, right, thanks a lot. Okay, so right now I'm just going to go on over to Sheila. All right, so she's actually, I just want to do a little brief introduction on her. So when I know her, I just know she's a nurse lah. But I didn't know she worked in the aesthetic field for over 30 years. Okay, so that's new information. I found out that actually just yesterday when I was on my way back from KL with her. Yeah, and that she handled a lot of people going through aging process who wants to look younger and more beautiful, like many of us, huh? So I'm inviting her this evening to share her experience, right? Like, for example, as a medical professional, right? What happens for you when you come across like, whoa, this is a patch that can activate stem cells, really? So what is your experience, your come from, and as you start to use it on yourself, what did you discover? So I would really love your point of view, Sheila. Over to you.
So, hi, thank you very much for actually inviting me in this panel. I've learned so much about this. And actually, when I first started X39 and knowing more about stem cells, so I mean, I worked with stem cell more in the injectable form because I used to work in an aesthetic field and we basically harvest stem cell and injected them. Okay, so I came from a very, I know I look really young, but I'm about to where Alice is, and I think if not a bit older. And what happened was that I totally get it that stem cells is something that we need to look at and it has the future. Okay, but the problem was when I was approached about this stem cells by Salks, and the skeptic in me was, how could a patch actually, generate this? So I had to, I was a skeptic, okay? So I had to read more about it and understand a little bit more about technology. I think that was important. And of course, for me, as a nurse, before I even introduced it to anyone, was to find out whether it was safe and whether it promises what it promised. Okay, so my brother is actually the first person to use it wasn't me, was my brother, because I wanted to observe how that would change his life. He had a health issue and he had renal failure, and so every day I would stick, as he was driving, I would stick his back, because he was also a bigger skeptic than me. So what I noticed was his blood test, because he was doing regular blood tests, his blood test actually improved. Okay, so it was quite funny. My mom would laugh because I'll put this sticker and she said, she's such a sticker girl. Every day as he came to pick me up, I would stick the sticker at his back, right? So for me, it was all about whether it would improve his condition, because he was obviously at an age of his at a period of his life where he needed something more. Okay, so that got me started, and of course, as his blood result improved, I was super happy. Okay, he was a bit more relaxed, he was smiling a bit more, and to me, all of that mattered. Okay, so I attended the talk, some more talks. Okay, and then somebody did share that the nice thing about stem cells, and the nice thing about X39 was really about not getting older. Okay, and it was something I shared with Alice when we were coming back. Was, for me, it's not about not getting older. I think all of us age. Okay, I think we'll be lying if we said that we don't age. Okay, but the thing is, do we have to age with all these problems? I think that is where we are at. Okay, as I get older, I had back pain, knee pain, headache, low hair. So I think it is more is, can't we just age gracefully? Okay. So for me, even when ladies, I used to run a plastic surgery clinic. When ladies came in, okay, they don't want to be 18 years old. They want to actually look good at their 50s. They accept the fact they're 50 years old. Okay. But why is it that they have to have all this, the wrinkles, the pigmentation? So what we need to understand is, if we can actually let them age gracefully, that's exactly what we want. Okay.
Yeah,
Without
Yeah, and
yeah.
to just say that, right, Sheila, I really want to thank you for that. Because yes, when you say that yesterday, I was just thinking, I said, yeah, actually, I don't quite care whether I'm 50 or I'm 60 or I'm 70.
Right.
I just want to be able to do what I want to do. And that
Yes.
was very powerful, right? Just like
Yeah.
when I go to the, all the different conventions and to attend, and I realized that, this one's 70 plus, of
Yeah.
course, we have Malaysian ladies who, like the Queen, just a couple of days ago, who looked like, whoa, amazing at her age, right?
Yeah.
And then like the Japanese guy, whoa, that one close to 80. It's that
Correct.
mobility, right?
Yeah, and it's also the energy that you create. So, I mean, stem cells in our body, right? I mean, if you're looking at the lifespan of the stem cells, it's 5 months to maybe 3.5 years, and then the body regenerates stem cell. It's just that as you get older, the process slows down. So, if anything, what LifeWave does is, what LifeWave tries to actually improve the process of the slowing down, okay, to regenerate it faster, keep you healthy. And I think we have come to the age where we do understand that stem cell helps. Okay, I don't think we need any conviction in it. If anything, what we need to know is that a sticker is able to generate stem cells, as opposed to whether stem cell, I suspect about stem. I don't suspect it. I know exactly what I need. Okay, it's just a matter of the technology and does it work. Okay. And in order to do that, I think the most basic thing is you have to try it. Okay. If anything, you said nothing happened. How come nothing happened? Okay. But you'll be surprised sometimes you are the most critical person. So don't ask yourself. You will get feedback from your friends. Like, why are you suddenly so high energy? How come you're walking better? So I started using it actually much later than my brother. And the reason was because, as any 50 years old, I wore out my knees from game playing and everything. And then I was suffering a lot of pain. And the problem is, I'm a highly active person and I like to walk around. I have a little boy there, another Jonas, that looks really cute, that really wants to know about stem cells. And he's starting really young. So anyway, so what happened was that when I did surgery and having to, both my legs are kind of worn out. So my other leg was taking a lot of weight and actually wore out my other knee. Okay. And I was in so much pain that it actually slowed down my daily life. I was really irritated. I assist doctors in surgery, so sometimes surgeries can be really long, and it was really frustrating because I was standing in pain. And I said, heck, if a sticker is as easy, I'm going to stick it all over me, right? And then see whether it improves. I was shocked actually by the fact that it actually took away my pain, which was the one thing that I did. I'm not a pill popper, although I have a lot of pills I can get because I'm a nurse. But then I don't really want to pop pills if I don't have to. Okay, so that was the one thing I wanted. Is something that will actually allow me to go back to the lifestyle that I have. My husband is a big, walking around helping people kind of guy. So I was missing that, and that component in my life was really irritating. So one of the things, if it helped me, was to give me back the independence I had. Okay. Of course, with that, I also started using a reader, and then sticking around. My husband thinks I'm gone. Yeah, that's why I had to take him for the mega event, because he's now convinced. He also has a sticker on his back walking around. So, yeah, and so one thing I found out when I used it was it actually improved my sleep. I slept so much better, and then my skin improved a lot. And I basically had how would I say? I thought I was glowing. That's what my friend said, who I've not met for a long while at the mega event. She said, your skin is actually looking better. What are you using? I said, you're in the right event. I need to have a talk with you.
Wow. So you're speaking about Michelle, right?
Yeah, Michelle, because I've met Michelle for so long. Oh my God. Yeah. So it was really nice to actually learn a lot about it, to read about it. And I was actually talking, and tomorrow I'm actually meeting someone who's going to try X39 and X49 because she has hair loss. And I showed her Gary's picture. She was like,
Okay, that is amazing, right? So we already have
yeah.
like the guy's testimonial. So we look forward to your friend's testimonial as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm willing to take any questions if you have, and then yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Alice.
Yeah, so Sheila, I'm just curious. So
Mm.
I think it's really pretty normal, right? For anyone who's like seriously a patch like this could actually activate stem cells, right?
Yes.
And so what will be the advice, or what will be something that you will share with skeptics, for example?
I think it's a few things that I will use my plastic background and answer that question. Okay. When people come to you and they have a problem, okay, the first thing they want to know is whether their problem will be solved.
Okay.
Okay. Two is whether whatever you're going to prescribe to them or talk to them about is safe. Okay. Three is how convenient is this thing? You know, if I need to have 25 patches that I need to locate somewhere to put it, and then locate if it becomes too difficult to use, then they are not going to use it, right? And then three is it affordable? Okay, is it affordable? Does it come into the comfort zones? And is it something they can repeat easily? And whether they can get it easily. So if we can answer all that question, and I think the last one, which I kind of miss, is the consistency. So when people come in and I used to do laser work for them for their face, that's basically the few things they want. Is it safe? Okay. Is it painful or not painful? Okay.
Yeah.
Sheila, is it painful? I said, no, it's not. We'll put some local on you, blah, blah, blah. And then they say, okay, is it consistent? That means if I keep using it, is it going to improve, or have to use it like forever because I see something before I see something? Okay. Yeah. And then how convenient is it that I'm doing this? Right? Do I have to come like 25 times? So it's all of that. I think if you can answer all of that and your result speaks for itself, that means you actually end up with a result that is positive. I think that's all it needs to convince someone about it.
Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. I'm so happy that, we were on the trip together and I get to know more about you. So I just really want to summarize this before I go to my last few slides, yeah? So just bear with me. So what I'm also hearing from the sharers this evening. So firstly is, in the first place, what is the problem, right? What is the problem to be solved? Right. So that's one thing to take a look at. So for all of you who are here this evening to join us on the call, right, there must be, in a way, something that you want out of this. It could be like more beautiful, or rather pain, or something that we want, in our health to actually work better. So my come from is very simple. It's not say just trust, like what we said. I love what Sheila said just now, to be open. And the only way is to try it. Right? That I ask for you to be open and to be curious, right? If there is like 99 people on Monday evening, 9:26, there must be a good reason, right? And so also, second thing I'm also hearing from the sharers this evening, it's not an overnight cure thing. So you notice that I asked the testimonial sharers just now, be it Elaine or be it Gary, it's like, how many months? How long did it take for you? And you notice that it's different for both of them, right? So got to have some patience, and let the patch works. So I like one of the person who says the other day, actually on the convention, to say that it's not that the patch didn't work, but you didn't give it enough time, right? So patience, time is actually very important, because some of the issues we already have for years, right? Like what Gary is just saying that, he had it for about 10, 11 months, right? It took about 2.5 months for him to get rid of pain. That's already, in my point of view, quite amazing. Yeah. So thirdly, the other thing that Sheila said, ease of use, right? So we always advocate really for anyone who starts with us on X39 as well as Aeon. And also the safety bit, like we mentioned just now, from the patents as well to the clinical studies. And of course, you can always search and look out for more. In terms of the affordability, right? There are ways in a way that you can get it, at a cheaper price, which you go to Wood Square and take a look at how you can actually get that be available for you. All right, I'm just going to share on the last few things. Reverse aging takes time. Are you able to see? Did I share screen? Sorry.
No, you have not shared your screen yet.
Okay. Now can see?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you, everyone. So reverse aging takes time. And it says over here, the stomach lining 5 days, liver 6 weeks, brain 1 year. First few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. This is something that you can actually take a look, upon using. 3 to 6 months, deep healing begins. 6 to 12 months, reverse aging, which is also like what we are hearing from both Elaine and Gary. That's actually happened quite fast. So their body system is actually still pretty good, right? And if you can see from the picture here, these are the 2 places that we actually recommend that you put the patches, which these are the areas that's undergone clinical studies. So this is the latest LifeWave study. In as little as 6 months, telomeres lengthen to the equivalent of 8.5 years of age reversal. So, hi, can someone mute, please? I think someone's microphone is on.
On a transform life.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So the other thing I want to share, which is something to make sure that all of us know, that drinking water helps your patch to work even better, because water is the best conductor of biocurrent, right? It helps the cells to communicate better. And what we are recommending here, X39 in the morning and Aeon at night. Okay, for that being said, wait. This is the summary, which I already mentioned just now. What's the facts, the solution, affordable. By the way, right now we are having a promotion on Energy Enhancer and X39. So if you are interested, please ask the person who introduced you here. Safe, patented, acupuncture without needle. And yeah, the last slide I want to show that these are the resources available to you, to take a look at how, if you want to find out further pertaining to how can you actually do this as a side income, as a business, for example, or more about what phototherapy is, or more about a company. These are the different timings that you can attend sessions in Wood Square. All right, it's actually 9:31 just now. We started at about 8:31, so right on dot on time. I want to thank everyone who is here to join us this evening, right? And as any further questions, please go back to the person who actually invited you here. Special thanks again, Elaine, Gary, and Sheila for being with me this evening. So thank you, everyone. Have a great week ahead.
That's right, Ella.
Bye.
Bye.